Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Sakura, and today we are going to be doing a tutorial, or more of like a get ready with me. This is like, I'm kind of making it up as we go. Today we are going to be doing Sanrio inspired drag makeup, specifically on Cinnamoroll. I have multiple DragCon looks that I just have not photographed because every time I go to DragCon, I wear these outfits and they're like kind of half-baked. They're like half done. Because I always wait till the last minute to do them. I feel like I'm behind the times. But a couple months ago, Sanrio did a character poll and Cinnamoroll dropped down from number 1 to number 2. To number 2? Just one spot. Pom-Pom Pudding is the new number 1. But 20 years in a row, just like, and then losing it all must feel so bad. So I thought I would do a video dedicated to him. Also, did you know that Cinnamoroll is a dog? Cinnamoroll is one of those crusty white dogs that Asian people have. Okay, so before we get into the look, please make sure to like this video, comment down below. Who was your favorite? Who was your number 1 in the Sanrio polls? And who would you like to see as a drag-inspired makeup from Sanrio? And of course, make sure to subscribe to this channel, ring the bell for notifications, because you want to be notified every time that we upload, because it's been a while since we uploaded a video and you guys don't want to miss this. And with that, I'm going to get into my base makeup. I'm gonna prime my face and then we're gonna get into the look. Okay, my eyebrows are all glued down and my face is prepped. If you guys wanna see a tutorial on how to do that, this is not the video where I'm gonna explain everything, but we do have other videos where we do explain more in detail how to glue down your brows, so we'll leave a link to them below. Also too, if you're new to this channel, please try to explore all of our other videos that we do. We have lots of other videos, from like making anime inspired makeup, to doing drag challenges, to recreating other drag queens makeup, so I highly encourage you to explore the channel and see if there's anything else that you guys want to watch. But before we get into the makeup too, I did want to say a special thank you to Kimchi Chic. They sent me this lovely package a while ago. So they sent me this book called Donatella Hamachi and the Library Avengers. It's like a semi-autobiographical book, but I love the art on the outside. It's so cute. It's scented. It smells like a sticker.
They're scented too. They smell like a sticker.
Oh yeah, they do.
I think it's a finger puppet. I think I'm supposed to finger this puppet. But they also sent some makeup too that I didn't get a chance to look at, but I always try to see if we can use some of this stuff in our videos. And there's a palette. This illustration looks like Joella. Oh, it's pink! Yes! Look at how much pink is in here. I'm gonna use this today. I think I'm gonna use it mostly for the blush, but look at all these pinks! Little Miss Fart, Little Miss Shit, Little Miss Dick, Little Miss Balls. I'm just gonna do the base of my forehead right now, so for a while I was doing what Plastique Tiara was doing, and I was doing a Krylon foundation stick and this Derma blend right here. This is Derma blend that I'm using right now as a base. I'm trying to go really light. When I was using the Krylon makeup stick with the Derma blend, it was making my forehead break out so bad because I guess I haven't been using the grease stick very much. And now that I've gone back to just using primer and the Derma blend, my skin has really calmed down. That foundation stick was from 2016. The second issue could have to do with me not properly disinfecting it before I used it. Maybe my skin is just not good with grease paint. But what I'm gonna do right now is I'm not gonna put any shadow contour. I'm just gonna powder this down. This is a tutorial kind of like, you know how a tutorial is kind of like a get ready with me? Like we're learning this as we go? It's kind of like that. What can I not say when I go to the streamer awards and we're streaming to TikTok? I can say like fucking shit and stuff, right? Do they say that on Twitch, right? So I'm just lightly dusting some contour bronzer up here. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. I've been using this like powder bronzer ever since they gave it to us for free on Drag Race. Because honestly, I don't like searching for new things. If you guys have any suggestions on like bronzer or contour powders that you guys have been using lately that you want me to try, please let me know, because I'm always looking to try new makeup if you guys really like them. Next, I'm gonna use this NYX setting spray to set this part of my face. And what I've been doing is I've been setting like the foundation first, and then I've been drying it with a blow dryer. And when I do that, it kind of like makes it so like this layer doesn't blend in with the rest of the makeup when I put on like a cream or something. So I'm gonna go in with a cream, a white cream right now, and since I set that layer, like it shouldn't transfer and it should go on really clean. So just like this, there. And it's like minimal transfer onto the brush. For the underbrow, which you guys have seen me do this 1,000 times, but if you're new here, you're seeing me do it for the first time. So welcome. While you're here watching me do this white base, please don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. And if you're watching on your TV at home right now, on like your smart TV, or your Vizio, or your Roku, are you guys like me and then you watch videos on your TV, on YouTube more than you watch it on your phone? Or do you guys watch on your phone more? I feel like everyone who would comment would be watching on their phone. So if you guys are TV users, hit that like button. And if you guys are phone users, hit the like button and comment. And what I want to do now is I kind of want to block out what I'm going to be doing for the rest of the look. I'm going to be adding blue and pink. I'm going to be adding pastel versions of them. But what I'm going to do is I'm gonna block out the blue. If you guys are new to makeup, hi, welcome. Thank you for clicking on this video, new tutorial. But if you guys are new to makeup, you don't have to put makeup specifically where it's designed for. But if you have like a brush that's like designed for like eyeliner or lip liner or something like that and you wanna use it for somewhere else, go ahead. I was about to use a fluffy brush that's designed for like putting on eyeshadow for this cream, but feel free to do that. I'm just not going to. If I look at Cinnamoroll right here, what do I feel? How are we gonna do this? I think I wanna keep these beveled shapes right here in there, but I wanna go reverse. Lines of blue and pink, and then I wanna have the yellow come up. So I'm gonna block it out first. Okay, so what I have is this big blue garage door. We call them garage doors in drag, where it's just like this big solid blue thing. Is I'm gonna take this powder that is still left over from when Hoso was here a couple years ago. This RCMA translucent powder, and I'm gonna just dust the translucent powder over the whole area. Shit. This is what Britta feels like all the time. I'm gonna dust that off. And so now I have like this layer of powder, and since that layer is all set now, I can go back over it with another color, which we're gonna do pink right now. I have another P. Louise base. This one is in pink. I'm gonna go ahead and do lines. I'm not gonna do lines. I'm gonna do pink lines across. And I think this is the thickness that we want. I'm trying to go for this right here. I'm trying to go for this right now. Now I'm gonna set that again with the RCA translucent powder with just this like light fluffy brush. We're gonna take some white. I like using Taco by Sugar Pill. If you guys have been on this channel a lot, you know that I love using Taco. This is like my favorite opaque white. And I hit pan, and when I say I've hit pan on this, I've hit pan in it multiple times. Look at this. Okay, but I'm gonna take the white, I'm gonna place it on this like chiseling brush, and then I'm gonna chisel this top part. Okay, so that was just to highlight the brow bone. And now I'm gonna take some blue, and then I'm gonna take a detail brush. I'm gonna take like a smaller brush, and I'm gonna just focus it here towards like this top crease line, and then I think we're going to just gradiate this down. I'm gonna keep most of the color towards the top. Okay, now I'm gonna take this pink blush from Sugar Pill 2 from their capsule palette, and then I'm gonna take this towards the top. I'm gonna blend this down again. You guys would let me know if this is ugly, right? I don't know how I feel about these. I really don't know how I feel about these stripes. I think we're gonna do black, and then we're gonna I wanna add stars over this look, but I'm like using this as inspiration right now. There's no black lines in this, right? It's all just like cut off colors and gradients. So what I think I want to do is, instead of using black for like adding stars and these little bevels and stuff, we're gonna use some dark yellow and we're gonna outline some stars, and then we're gonna fill them in. So I'll show you what I mean. I have these different water activated liners. We're gonna be using this split liner and this retro liner from Glam Vice. And I also have this yellow from Lorella. So I have all of these yellows right now, and what I'm gonna try to do is I'm gonna try to mix them together to get a dark yellow. Mix it in here. You guys, I am learning with you, but this is still a tutorial, okay? I'm one step ahead of you. Maybe if I just scrape it off. Okay, what if I scrape them off and then I put them all in the same container like this, and then I add a little bit of water. Okay. Oh, okay, look at that. Look at this color. Stark as like black. So when you're doing like these pastel makeups, I feel like it's important to like only use black where you really feel like it's necessary. Like on a liner or something like that, or something to really cut something, because it'll take away from the pastelization of the whole look. So I came up with these two colors. I have this darker orange and I have this lighter yellow, and I put them together and you can see a clear outline. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm going to block out some stars over this look. Another thing you can do next time is just use a star sticker and save yourself some trouble. Do I like this? Yes, I like this. Okay. And then I'm gonna powder that with the RCMA powder over that. And that diffused it. Okay.
Do you want me to stop?
No, it's okay. I'm fine, Cash. I'm fine. We know what we're doing. We're professionals, okay? I am...
Stop it.
You want some help? You want me to use some editing magic? No! They need to see the struggle. Now I'm going to set this part right here again with this matte finish spray. Okay, and now that I have that dried, I'm gonna go back over it with this like lighter yellow that I made earlier. Just for this once, let me have a win. Oh, it's working, okay. So I'm gonna take that yellow that I made earlier. Remember, this is a mixture of yellow, white, and orange to get this like pastel-y color. Ugh, okay. Thank God that step is over. Thank God that step is over. Am I just dreading doing makeup now? Jesus. Okay. I know that I said that we were saving black for specific steps, and this is when I'm going to bring it in. So I'm gonna bring this black right here to cut this liner. And this is gonna give like this cartoon 2D feel to it. And then I'm gonna have this star stay on top, and then I'm gonna keep this liner going from behind it. Also, I really hope that this doesn't get covered up with the wig. Okay, so what I think is missing a little bit, I think I wanna add a little bit of blue, but I'm gonna add a little bit of blue that we weren't using before. I'm gonna take a small brush, and then I think I'm gonna use it in the crease. And I'm gonna try to place it as close to this black liner as I can, without smudging the liner, of course. The liner is dry now. I'm gonna try to drag it up. Drag up your liner. So I'm using a different tone of blue right now, so it kind of like, it feels more like a shadow than it feels like it's part of this line look, see? I have a feeling that this is definitely gonna get covered up by the wig. There you go. I'm gonna gradiate that up just like that. Beautiful. And since this kind of is like acting like a kind of, I want to say, it's not like eyeshadow, but it's acting as like a shadow to this area, like a physical shadow, like a Peter Pan shadow. I'm gonna use it again. I'm gonna take this fluffy brush, and I'm gonna take that same blue, and I'm actually gonna put it over this collective section of this striped area that we made, so that it kind of acts like a little bit of, like this is like a surface, but there's like a shadow on it, you know? You know what this needs? This needs some white shadow, because everything I do needs more freaking white shadow. See, I hit the pan on these ones too. These are empty. Okay, I'm gonna take some white towards here, towards the inside, just like this. Do I love that? Stockholm Syndrome with your own makeup. I feel like that's a real thing. Stockholm Syndrome with your own makeup. I feel like a lot of girls have it. And I know I've been doing this a lot, this tutorial, but I'm gonna do it again because this is kind of like my thing. It's just kind of like how you do doll repainting. If you've never seen doll repainting, they do a whole bunch of pastels, and then they spray a layer of like clear matte spray over it so that it seals everything, and then they go over it again with like pastels to intensify the color, and then once it's not blendable again, they go over it with another layer of clear spray, and then they do it again until it builds up to what they want it to be. So that's kind of what I'm doing right here. Okay, this next part, I'm gonna add a little bit of this Kimchi Chic Pearl Gone Wild highlighter right here. Now I know that it's like a matte makeup, but I think it needs a little bit of sparkle, so we're gonna put some here in the inner corner towards the nose. You kind of see that right there? It kind of sparkles a little bit. Can I use this? Can I use this on the gold? What do you think?
Put on top.
Yeah, let's try it.
Well, on your hand.
Let's do it. We haven't been doing too adventurous makeup. I call putting glitter powder on here adventurous. Oh no, did I make it ugly? Oh no, did I make it ugly? I'm gonna go back over with the fucking yellow. Can you cut it? Cut it. I'm gonna fix this. I'm gonna fix this. If you guys are watching out there, don't forget to take risks in your makeup, okay? Now comes my favorite part in like almost all of my makeup looks is it's white liquid liner. I use this so much. For those of you guys who have been asking, I always get this question a lot, even though it's like always on camera. This is the NYX Epic Wear Waterproof White Liquid Liner. And I use this for so many things. Right now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over this implied eyebrow. Also, if you're new to this channel, I don't do eyebrows. But we do an implied brow here, which is just like this white kind of underbrow. And then what I also like to do is I'll also put a liner, a white liner underneath this black liner to kind of give the illusion that it's like sharper than it is. And it'll also give, we're also gonna make like a fake shine so it's a little more glossy. And then I'm gonna take the white liner, and I do this in a lot of makeup looks, but I'm going to just add a couple of short horizontal lines from like the middle of my eye and go up. This is gonna kind of give it the look that it's like a little glossy. Did that mask the stripes that I did? I think it did. Okay. This is less of a tutorial and more of me just breaking down. And I think I'm gonna add a little bit, just a tiny little smidgen of dark blue towards this outer corner right here where we're gonna put our black, just to kind of gradiate it in and add a little bit of depth. I know that we're doing a pastel look, but it'll look, trust me, it'll look interesting. I'm also gonna add the tiniest bit of that dark blue right next to this star so it looks like it's kind of in front of this liner. See how I kind of put it towards the corners and I gradiated it out. It's coming together. It's really, it's coming together. It's coming together. It's coming together. Okay, now that it's coming together, I'm gonna show you guys what I've been doing recently with my makeup. I've been elongating my eyes with this white liner. I've been putting it out towards the outer corner of my eye, bringing it up a little bit like this, and then I'll bring it down to where I normally put my white liner, so it'll go like the white liner will follow that line. That's not what we're doing with this liner, but you see what I mean. I'm gonna fill that in, and then if you're feeling really fancy schmancy, you can set that with a little bit of white shadow, and you're kind of left with this triangle shape on the outer corner that goes up like this. And what this is gonna do is we're actually going to like elongate the whites of our eyes. So after that's done, I will line around it. I'll line up to where I normally get my liner, which is like this far, maybe a little bit farther normally, but since we have that star, I don't want to like go too close to it. And then I'm gonna bring this down, and I think I'm making my black a little bit smaller right now because the black liner is not the focus of this look right now. The focus is on the colors that we have. So see, I have this white liner, and then stacked on top of it is the black liner. And then I'm gonna go around that with the black liner again, but it's gonna go more towards the bottom of the eye. You might see this a lot in like anime makeup tutorials. But you see how this black liner doesn't touch the actual corner of my eye? And there's like a little bit of a white gap right here, that space. That's what we want for the illusion, for this drag illusion. 90% done with the eyes. But what I normally do is I will do like the top portion of my eye now, and then I'll do the bottom portion once I do my foundation and everything. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this to the other side, and then I'll show you how I do the base foundation. We're gonna do the base, and we're gonna do a pretty simple base, this is what I've been doing lately. It's literally just some contour cream and some Derma Blend. So let's get right into it. So I'm just gonna apply my Derma Blend to my sponge. And if you guys have a better way to apply Derma Blend, please let me know. Oh. Also, before the camera turned on, I was just talking to Cash about Wicked. And when the first movie came out, I was like, I'm not gonna watch it. I don't really care about watching it. You know, I watched the Broadway musical, like I know it. And then it kind of felt like a Barbie movie thing where everyone started watching it and then everyone started getting back into it. So I'm like, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna watch it. And then Fran came over and she was like, well, we're all gonna watch Wicked together, right? Because we're working on the book project, and then to celebrate when we're done, we're gonna watch Wicked. I brought an outfit for it, and I'm like, oh, okay, we'll watch it. So we were working on the book project before, like in the morning, and we watched the first movie. I really liked it, because I really liked the Broadway musical. And one thing that I always hate to admit is like, I'm not like a Broadway gay, but I am the most Broadway gay of my friend group. Do you know what I'm saying? So we're watching the first movie and I go, okay, this didn't happen in the play. This didn't happen in the play. This wasn't in the Broadway musical. This wasn't in the cast recording, blah, blah, blah. Kristen Chenoweth did this. Idina Menzel did that. And then we saw the second movie and now I can't get it out of my head. And now I hate myself because I'm a fucking Wicked faggot. Oh my God. And I can't stop talking about it. And I love Michelle Yeoh, but that can't sing. I cannot really sing. Did you hear all that cracking? She just didn't have the intensity that the character needed. And I'm all about uplifting Asian people, except when they do bad. She also told the director, hey, I'm not good for this. And then he's like, no, please be on the project. If you ask someone enough, they're gonna say yes, and they're gonna take that check, right? Like the girls for All Stars. Like, what are they supposed to say? No, I don't want the check? I mean, yes, but are they gonna? No. Okay, so I'm gonna take this Jason Wu cream bronzer. When we got this free Jason Wu stuff before, we got a free PR package before for the Jason Wu brand. I was like, who the is Jason Wu? And now here I am using his brand's bronzer, and I'm humbled because I really like this bronzer, and I like it. It feels better on my skin than getting a Krylon cream stick. And also, I didn't have to pay for this. That's also part of the good part. I'm just gonna outline my chin, and I'm just gonna blend everything in with my beauty blender. And then lately I've been getting back into chiseling my cheek in drag. I've been like chiseling the cheek with like setting this and then adding the foundation again just to get that sharp edge. But I think for this look, I want to do a bit more of a, like for the bottom part, I want it to be less intense, even though it's a drag makeup look. But I want it to be really focused on like the color of the eyes, the color and the pastelness of the eyes, or at least this upper area. So I'm gonna blend this in, and then I'm going to blend in the nose. I've been using my fingers for this lately because I feel like if I use a brush or if I use a beauty blender here, it just kind of like muddies everything up. It goes too far. I feel like I can get the amount of precision with my fingers that I need. And sometimes I like press my fingers like together, and this little like gap that it makes will keep the nose contour or the nose highlight in the middle. But as always, here on this channel, I'm gonna make a dark triangle underneath my nose, and then we're gonna fill that in with a darker contour later. What that's gonna do is it's gonna make our nose kind of like point out a little bit. So that's the Derma Blend and the contour. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of our white cream that we used earlier, and I'm gonna take just a tiny bit of it, and I'm gonna place it towards like the middle of the nose right here, and then I'm gonna drag it down in that same line. I'm just gonna blend it in with this brush, and then I'm gonna blend it up. The best at explaining makeup award goes to me. Okay, I'm also gonna take some of this white. I've been using less and less concealer for my highlights because one, it's like another product that you have to buy, and I already have so much of this white foundation already. But two, for me, what I do when I do the stark white in the middle, like this already does the job. Oh, and also too, I think my face has been reacting weird to whatever is in concealers. I feel like when I use concealers, it makes my skin break out a little bit more. Is that weird? Does that happen to anyone else here? Anyone else feel like they're allergic to like concealers that have like niacinamide? I'm gonna blend that out now, but while we're doing that, Cash and Fran and I are working on a book right now, and it is a book that is loosely based off of like I Spy, but it's mixed with our own drag flair. Basically, our concept is that our lives are boring enough as it is. Enough queer people have like childhood trauma. So what if we drag up our lost childhoods? All of that sounds very interesting to you. You guys should join our mailing list so you guys can be notified when our updates come out for our book, when it does come out, so you guys can maybe see us if we do a book tour. You guys can support us in any way. I would love if you guys followed our journey and supported our book, because we're working really hard. We're working really hard, and it's not funded by anything. We're not sponsored by a company or anything. It's all out of pocket. It's all done with the manpower of two and a half men. But it's done with all of the hard work of the three of us, of Cash, Monet, Sassy Fran, and I. And it's, like I said, it's all out of pocket, it's all out of passion, and we would love for you guys to join our process to see us grow. We're looking for a collective name right now. Cash really wants to name us Gaggle, which is horrible. What was the one that I just thought of? Sustainability. Sustain, like, because we're using recycled stuff. Anyways, now that that's blended, we're gonna go ahead and powder everything down. I inhaled a huge puff of powder. Like I've said before, like if you want to make sharp lines, then keep a sharp edge and then blend outwards that way. If you want to make it rounder, then just blend on the line. But now that everything's powdered, you see that once the powder is on, even if it's translucent, you kind of lose the contouring. So what we're gonna do, again, I go through a lot of setting spray. You don't have to use this much if you do your steps more planned out than I do. But we're gonna spray it here. What is this? This tutorial is like how to waste your money on setting spray. Okay, and now we're gonna go back over the contour with some bronzer. This part is easy for this makeup. It's like, it's super easy. I'm literally just gonna take that saddle shade of bronzer from before. I'm gonna place it on the high points right here of my face, and then I'm gonna blend it down. So it's all concentrated here, and then a little bit comes down, a little bit comes down. Now there's nothing on the brush, and then we blend it down. Remember, this one is a bit more subtle when it comes to the contouring, but you can go as heavy on the contour as you want. My intention right now is to just focus on the eye makeup. Really just take out your rage on your face. And then I go in with this deeper shade from, this is Urban Decay, Stay Naked The Fix in 90NN, which I never do the shades and everything, but this is what it looks like. I have been using this ever since we went to the UK like 4 years ago, and I ran out of my original contour powder, and this one has been doing the trick ever since. And if they stop selling this, then I'm cooked, because this is all I know how to use for my darker contour. But for this, I'm just gonna, like I said, concentrate up here and then blend down. Okay, now we're basically gonna do the same thing on the nose. I'm gonna take that contour again, and then what I like to do is I'll concentrate it here towards where this like dark contour is for the eye, and then I'll blend it down. If I want to go back over this opaque white liner, this opaque black liner, I'm gonna do it at the very end, so that it's the last thing on top of the makeup. I'm just gonna blend that down there, and that down there. And with the darker Urban Decay, I'm gonna go underneath it with this dark brown. I might go back over it later with another dark pink, depending on the blush situation. But this is it for right now. So this is what we want. See this darker moment, it kind of makes my nose look a bit flatter on the bottom. Our next step is gonna be our blush. So I'm actually gonna try using these pinks in this palette. Like, these are so cute. What matches here? What do you think? What do you think? This one is really pink. I feel like it's this one, but I do like how pink this is. So we're gonna use a mixture of both, where it's gonna be heavier. We're gonna use this, and then we're gonna blend it out with this. So I'm gonna start with a heavier one first, and I'm gonna place it here on this high point. Ooh, that's cute. I'm also gonna place it here on the tip of the nose, and then I'm gonna go back in here, and I'm going to go over it, and then I'm gonna blend it out. It's very pink. It's so cute. This is eyeshadow, but you can use it as a blush. Blush is just a bigger compact of pink eyeshadow. That's not true. Sometimes it's a bit sheerer and has more reflectiveness, but this is how I like to use this. Okay, I feel like it's missing a little bit of intensity. So I'm gonna take a fluffy brush and I'm gonna go in with some of the darker shades here. This one, I'm gonna go back and forth because it kind of mixes the color. Some people are like, does this do anything? It does, it does. Place a little bit where I want it, get it all off the brush, and then I'm gonna blend it out. I'm loving this already. I'm also gonna try to maybe blend it a little bit into here, up top. So I've also been blending my blush into my eyeshadow up here, because I feel like that's a very like George's sort of pull up on the face. If you guys want to see me do George's makeup for We Have That at Home, which is the series where I recreate other Drag Race girls' makeup, please let me know, because her makeup is really pussy. Now that I did the blush, I'm gonna go back into the inner highlight areas, like this inner area, and I'm gonna put white powder on this big fluffy brush, and I'm gonna concentrate all the pigment towards this area, and then I'm gonna blend it out. I'm gonna blend it down. I'm gonna use it to create a contour on my nose. See how it kind of creates this line of highlight where the nose contour is? It kind of like separates it. There's a lot of steps in drag where, like, especially for me, you have to go back over later and reinforce it, because some of the steps that you do to like blend out or objects on your face, it just muddies everything. So don't be afraid to go back over and reestablish things. Tip for if you're doing my makeup. I have seen this a lot from people who do our makeup tutorials. My tip to you is, if there's an area right here that I show you that's gonna be white, go back over it later and then make it white. And if there's an area that I show you that is going to be black, go back over it at the end and make it more black. Sorry. I did a video with Hoso Teratoma from Dragula, and she said that her biggest pet peeve is like gray eyeliner, which is like, if you're doing black liner, make sure it's black. So if at the end it gets a little muddy, just go back over it with the liner and make it opaque black. So I added the white. See how it adds that kind of like nice highlight to my face? It makes me glow a little bit. We're gonna add some highlighter right now from that same Kimchi Pearl Gone Wild thing, but this one is Pearl Gone Wild in Dream, and this one's more of a pink. So this one I'm gonna bring on the outside. It's gonna create this nice little highlight right there. Isn't that cute? Oh, it's so cute! I'm so cute right now! We're going back and forth with the face right now, because now what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do the bottom of my eyes, now that I have done that base. So I'm just gonna take my white cream, I'm gonna place it towards the inner corner, line this bottom part right here. So I just place it, pull it down, place it, pull it down. If you get it in your eyes, please try to get it out down here underneath my eye. So we all have different eye shapes and eye sizes. You're gonna have to kind of gauge how big you want your eyes based on like the proportion they are to your face. I have larger eyes. I don't have to make the eyes super large to create this effect that I'm gonna do in a bit. I can't give you a definitive answer at the moment on how big you should make your eyes based on your face, because we all have different eyes. Some of you people have been asking me in person how I set it. So I put some product on my brush and then I place it on the wet part of the grease makeup, and then I pat it like that, and I take it off. And then with whatever's left, you just kind of blend it in. I'm gonna do that on the other side. And there's still a lot of like white powder kind of left over on the area we just set. So you can just clean off your brush, like wipe it on a towel, and then you can dust off the excess so there's not too much white sitting there. Now that we have the white, we have everything underneath it, we're gonna kind of join the two together. I'm gonna take a smaller, thinner brush, like this one right here. I used this earlier on the shadow up here. And I'm gonna go into the shadow and I'm gonna bring it right here from this side, like this underside liner, underside, I don't really know. But I'm gonna concentrate it towards this bottom corner area and then drag it towards the middle. And then I'm gonna be fading it out by the time I get like 3/4 of the way through. See that? So by the time it gets to here, it should be pretty faded out. Someone's like, man, honey, I'm faded out right now, honey. Honey. Is that a term? Do people say faded out?
Yeah, people say faded.
Okay. Do they say faded out?
I don't know.
Now for steps 6, 7. God, I hate that. You said that last night and I wanted to punch you. As a grandpa. We're gonna blend that in. I know that we put the highlighter underneath it, and some of you guys are like, why did you put the highlighter underneath it? It's gonna dampen the highlighter a bit. And for me, that's actually kind of the point. I kind of like to separate the eye from this highlighter right here. That way, like, the highlighter just looks like it's on the cheek rather than on the eye. I kind of feel like it creates different like levels of the face. Now that I have this blue underneath, we are going to do fake bottom lashes. And what I normally do is I'll add like I'll continue this black line here all the way to like halfway through, but we're gonna do more of like a doughy look or like a bigger open look. So I'm just gonna go straight into the lashes. So pretending that there's a white line, like a line that's stopping us right here, I'm gonna go right underneath my eye. I'm gonna go down and make like a triangle that is like thicker at the base and then thinner towards the end. And we're gonna group maybe like two more. So it's like a group of 3, just like this. We're gonna continue to do that here. This is like a 45-degree angle from the eye. So start with a long one in the middle and then 2 on the outside. And then we're gonna do right here. And these are your 3 base points for having the lower lashes. And I like to do this instead of actually adding a lower lash because sometimes it can get bulky. And then I used to put them here and then I would blink and then they would go and they would curl up and like almost hit my eye. So I don't like doing that anymore. So I'm gonna do this on the other side. That is the under eye effect that I wanted. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Ah, that's so pretty. Next, we're gonna line our lips. Line our lips. I have this like nice hot pink kind of lip right here. If you guys are new to the channel, I will show you guys how I line my lips. So I'm gonna take this like, this says by Mario. This is Ultra Suede. Is this what we got for free from Sephora for their birthday? I think so. I'm gonna line my lip right here and I'm gonna make half of a mountain. And on the other side, another half mountain. Whenever I do Yuhua's video, she always puts, someone in the comments always puts, I'll never get over Rockham's John Waters pink mustache. That's not what this is. This is an implied lip, like kind of like Steven Universe, like when they draw like amethyst and stuff. So I'm gonna go down here a little bit past my lip and then I'm going to drag it up. And I really want this shape right here. I'm gonna go back into it with this hot pink and just add some extra pinkness. Whenever I do my lips, I like to concentrate the color and the darkness towards the inside. So I'm just gonna go even darker in the middle right here. And now, I think I made it a little too dark, so I'm just gonna put some powder over it. And then as a base for my lipstick, because I don't use like a whole thing of lipstick, I've been using this Kimchi Chic lipstick in 19 MLB04 for a long time. I just put a little bit on like this, just like that much, and then I will tap it on or smear it on the surface area of where my normal lips would be, right? Because it's lipstick, it'll dry down too. But after that, I will take some shadow. So we're gonna go back in with this Kimchi palette. I kind of like this one. and I'll take it on my brush and I'll pat it on the still kind of wet lipstick to deepen the color in the middle. And then we're gonna gradiate this out a bit more, go darker. Again, I'm gonna use these two towards the middle. And the effect that I'm trying to get is like when boy K-pop idols, they use like that lip stain and it's all in the middle. I'm gonna take some of this color and just deepen this outside here. And then, oh, they have a white in here too, which, love white shadow, you know me. If you didn't, you should by now. I'm gonna take that white and I'm gonna take this specific brush, it's like a rounded brush, I'm gonna place it right here and just tap it right there. And it makes this nice, interesting shape. You know how I said before I was thinking of putting like a dark pink right here instead of the brown? I think we're gonna do that, but I need a darker shade of pink than what's available in that palette. Maybe not darker pink, maybe like this and this. This and this, or this and this. Maybe some dark this and that. So it's very pink, so I'm just gonna tap a little on, rub off the excess, and then I'm gonna blend that in with this empty brush. Add some more of that dark one in there. And I still have that effect of like the under thing, like the under nose, but it's not as just brown and it's more of like a color. We are at the final steps, you guys. We are at the very, very end. Thank you guys so much for watching, for keeping up with us right now. So this is like the last 2 or 3 steps. So we're at the finish line. Set everything. This is the last time we're adding the setting spray. I promise, I swear to God. After this dries, we are going to be adding our final layer of black and white liner. And I'm gonna show you where I place. I'm gonna show you where I place them on my face when it dries. So let's start with the black first, actually, because I can always go back over the black. If I go back over it first and then I need to fix it in the areas with the white, I can. You can go over everything again if you want to. You don't have to waste your time on that, but if your time is not precious, feel free. Okay, and now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna go back over the areas with white that I need to, but first I'm gonna show you the areas where we're gonna be putting it on new. So place it on the tip of your nose where this white line that we blended in earlier and the tip of the triangle meet, or about where they meet. So I'm gonna hit it right here, just like that. Nice little petite nose. Towards the top of the cheek. I grew up in the Tumblr era, so this is like the hyper blush pigmented highlight sort of throwback. And if that makes you cringe, then it is what it is. And last but not least, I'm gonna add some right here at the tip of the lip, right underneath the mountains, like a snowy peak. And I add like 1 or 2 dots. Then we're gonna add a couple of lines here. And then if you really feel like you wanna add more, just 2 dots right there. And then now that I have all that done, I'm gonna reinforce the rest of the white. I'm gonna get my lashes on and my contacts, and I will be back in the final look. With the dog in the back. And we're back. This is the final look. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this makeup tutorial. It's been so long since I've made a video, and I feel like our strong point on this channel is makeup and drag makeup things and like maybe like anime stuff, so we're gonna try to lean more into that. So if you guys want to see more anime style makeup or any drag tutorials for like anime looks or something, please, I would love some ideas. I would love to hear what you guys would want to see, what you guys would want to click on. But yeah, I hope that you guys can recreate this look in your own time if you guys want to do a Cinnamoroll look. Whatever Sanrio character you commented below on what character you want to see, do your own version and then tag me, show me. I would love to see it. With this look, I wasn't intending it to be like this. It's darker than I thought it was gonna be, but I think it's appropriate for drag makeup for it to be a little bit darker, to be a little bit more pointed, and I think it looks good. Do you guys think it looks good with the outfit? Thumbs up if yes, double thumbs up if no. Thumbs up and subscribe if no. Imagine our subscribers jump up like 100,000. That would... But that's it. That's the tutorial. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys want to see more content just like this, please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. We have been uploading a little bit less frequently, so it would be good to get notified whenever we upload. Also, like this video and of course, comment down below. What anime makeup do you want to see? Who's your favorite Sanrio character? And of course, thank you so much to all of my amazing patrons on Patreon. We couldn't do these videos without you. I wanted to say thank you so much to all all of you guys who continue to be patrons on Patreon and help this channel grow, keep the lights on, keep cash paid and everything. If you'd like to see this channel grow or help fund our videos and all of our projects, please consider becoming a patron on Patreon. There's a link down below where you can join. It's easy, it's quick, it's a small monthly fee, and you get the greatest gift of all, which is knowing that you're supporting an artist. And then last but not least, remember our newsletter for our new book that will be coming out in the next year will be in the link down below. So please make sure you sign up so you get all of our updates on our new book, our projects, and everything that we're working on. Oh, also the background, if you're watching this in December, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Fire Day. I hope Santa comes. And with that, we're gonna say, tuck you later. Bye guys.